Legends of Headless Horsemen have haunted the imaginations of people around the world for centuries. From the grim shores of Ireland to the misty woods of upstate New York, these spectral riders have left an indelible mark on folklore and myth. Join us as we delve deep into the realm of the Headless Horseman, exploring their origins, symbolism, and enduring fascination. Welcome, adventurers, to another episode of Myth Unraveled. Today, we embark on a journey into the shadowy realm of Headless Horsemen, where ancient legends collide with modern folklore. Our quest begins with the Dullahan, a sinister figure from the misty moors of Ireland. The Dullahan, also known as the Headless Horseman of Ireland or Gonsin, without a head in Irish Gaelic, is a creature of dread and doom believed to originate from Celtic mythology, although its exact origins are not precisely documented. It is often associated with the mythology and folklore of the Emerald Isle, Ireland. The Dullahan is typically depicted as a headless rider, usually male, riding a black horse or a carriage drawn by 6 black horses. Its head is said to be carried under its arm, and its eyes are often described as flaming or glowing like candle flames. In Irish folklore, the Dullahan is often considered an omen of death. It is said that when the Dullahan stops riding and calls out a name, that person is doomed to die. The Dullahan carries a whip made from a human spine, which it uses to lash out at anyone who dares to look at it. However, there are tales of people who manage to avoid death by various means when encountering the Dullahan. Another aspect of the Dullahan's legend involves its relentless pursuit of the souls of the dying. It is said to ride through the countryside at night, searching for the souls of those who are about to pass away. Once it has claimed its victim, it vanishes into the night, carrying the soul with it to the afterlife. But what do these terrifying apparitions symbolize? To answer that question, we must journey across oceans and centuries to the quaint village of Sleepy Hollow, where the legend of the Headless Horseman took root. The Headless Horseman of Sleepy Hollow is a legendary figure from American folklore, made famous by Washington Irving's short story, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, first published in 1820 as part of his collection, The Sketchbook of Geoffrey Crayon. The story is set in the early 19th century in the rural Dutch settlement of Tarrytown, New York, and revolves around the protagonist Ichabod Crane, a superstitious and ambitious schoolteacher. Crane becomes enamored with Katrina Van Tassel, the beautiful daughter of a wealthy farmer, and competes with another suitor, Brom Bones, for her affection. One fateful autumn night, as Ichabod Crane is riding home from a party at the Van Tassels' farm, he encounters the Headless Horseman, a ghostly figure said to be the spirit of a Hessian soldier who lost his head to a cannonball during the Revolutionary War. The horseman is believed to haunt the area, particularly the Sleepy Hollow region, seeking his lost head. In the story, Ichabod Crane flees in terror from the Headless Horseman after a thrilling chase, disappearing mysteriously thereafter. The townsfolk are left to wonder whether Crane was taken by the horseman or if it was all a ruse by Brom Bones to frighten him away and win Katrina's hand. The legend of Sleepy Hollow is a classic tale of American Gothic literature, blending elements of horror, romance, and humor. It has inspired numerous adaptations, including films, television shows, and stage productions, cementing the Headless Horseman's place in popular culture as an iconic figure of Halloween folklore. The Sleepy Hollow legend reflects the anxieties of its time, blending elements of Dutch folklore with American history to create a timeless tale of terror. But its themes of identity, community, and the search for meaning resonate with audiences to this day. From classic literature to Hollywood blockbusters, the legend of Sleepy Hollow has inspired countless adaptations, each putting its own spin on the timeless tale. Whether portrayed as a vengeful specter or a tragic figure cursed by fate, the Headless Horseman continues to capture the imagination of audiences around the world. But what about real-life encounters with Headless Horsemen? Are they merely figments of our imagination, or could there be some truth to these chilling tales? While most sightings of Headless Horsemen can be attributed to superstition or hallucination, there are some cases that defy explanation. Whether it's a trick of the light or a glimpse into the supernatural, these encounters remind us that the line between myth and reality is often blurred. As our journey comes to an end, we're left with more questions than answers. What lies beyond the veil of darkness? Do Headless Horsemen truly roam the earth, or are they merely shadows cast by our own fears and desires? Thank you for joining us on this Myth Unraveled adventure. Until next time, keep exploring the mysteries of the world and never stop seeking the truth.